Hi there, Shauna from Infinity Readings here. I am in to do the Sagittarius female in a coupled relationship. This is for the winter 2018 into 2019. Love, sex, romance, this kind of thing. Hopefully, really trying to get into the zone to unblock your blocks or make you aware of the blocks that you have in the relationship that you're in so as to move past that. Okay, that's my goal anyway. So I'm going to get right into it. I don't have a lot of time. These are the videos that screwed up on me when I went through editing process. So I am going to jump in here. I have 5 decks I go from. So I go horizontally through each line of 4, and then I go vertically in the end to pick up anything else that may be in there. Energetically rip it apart and get through to the blocks. Okay. So I'm just going to start off. So for the Sagittarius female in a coupled relationship, the first card for the general energy is the Moon card. So we may have some secrecy or some illusions going on around us, something that we are not completely clear on within the relationship. I feel is highly a lot of clouds here in the relationship, meaning we're not seeing clearly, not knowing what to do or how to do things, and there's no real clear answers here forward. Okay. The next card I get is the King of Pentacles. Now, even though it's a king, in this first line, it's usually to deal with the Sagittarius female's energy. And I feel like when I was laying this card out, what did they make me feel? That we're uncovering something or looking or searching for something, right? We're searching for the gold mine in this relationship, and we're having a hard time seeing through all the clouds. That's really what's going on here. Normally, this is a gift and, security and whatnot, and I feel like that is not so much as what we're searching for here in the relationship. I think the Sag female is working on security, but we have some illusions when it comes to that, okay? The next card is the Two of Swords. So when we bring that energy in, there's that's the stalemate card. So an inability to make a decision again, because there's things here we don't have answers to or solid answers in the way that we can see in black and white here. We're trying to make our way forward in the relationship, and there's decisions here we can't make because we don't have all the answers. We're not even seeing clearly, may even be delusional about some things. Okay. So the next card I get is the Seven of Pentacles, and this is all that base energy. Seven of Pentacles is about working on something very hard. We've put a lot of work and energy into something, and we're waiting until, like, her basket's empty, so she's not collecting at this point. She's plucked one off and go, you know what, this isn't quite ready yet. So I feel like that has to do with the indecision here. Yeah, we're searching for answers. Okay, let me go through this. Yeah, there's some illusions again, heavy, like we're in the cloud, we can't see 2 feet in front of us. That's really what I'm getting in all areas, all areas. We're not having a good time seeing clearly through everything. And then, this is about looking and searching for the stability here. We're searching for the stability in the relationship, and we're unable to make decisions in that way because we feel like the timing's not right here. Feel like it's just we gotta wait a little longer. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting from the Sag female. So we'll just leave that at that. Again, I'll go over the cards up to down when I get through everything. So the second line will go a little deeper here. We get the Eight of Swords, and that's my Dramarama card. That's the card that symbolizes, oh, what am I going to do? I don't know. And that's also attached to the cloudiness. There's some cloudiness here. We can't figure our way forward. We feel like we're trapped, but we're not. We're just not seeing clearly, period. There's a lot of stuff going on here where we're not seeing clearly our way forward, okay? So the Eight of Swords is kind of the drama that comes because of that. It's like we're not saying we can't. Blah, blah, blah. So there's kind of a panic coming forward with that energy to the female, is like, I can't figure things out, and getting somewhat frustrated or beyond frustrated really with the whole process. Next card I get beside that is the Hermit. So the Hermit is about retreating, right? Going in ourselves. And I feel like, that's really her energy. She's not going to the partner with any of this, she's just keeping it inside, not being able to figure things out. And I feel like it's because the female is just trying to understand it herself before she goes outward with it. Not getting a clear zone of that. We're not understanding what we need to do or why or what's going on here. It's just kind of things aren't lining up. So the Hermit is about going inward. The next card we get is the Four of Wands. So that is the marriage and the stability that we have in this relationship. Now, give me a minute here. Getting a sense of the Sag female, she's really creating drama in her mind, and it's a good thing she's not going outward, because I'm getting a sense that in reality here, there's not a lot of problems that we can't conquer. They're going. We're not as limited as we perceive ourselves, which is the energy that this carries. But the fact that we're going inside and exploding that is, going to have a bearing on the stability forward. Now, the next card I get is the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is about nostalgia. And if we're talking about a relationship, we're thinking about times in the past when it was good, when it was fun, what was going on then, how did it change, what's going on. This kind of, this kind of confusion. We're going, why don't I feel right about things at this point? Going inside to figure things out. And I feel like even though usually that's a good thing to gain knowledge, I feel like the Sag female may be on a bit of a wrong track or getting flung by things in a wrong direction. Okay. And the Four of Wands is about the stability, but we're talking about the stability of the past. The stability right now, it feels very shaky. But I'm getting this from her end, right? So we'll see if we can dip in a little further and pick up on the partner, because there's a sense here of things in the past being a lot better than they are now, and the stability slipping. But I feel like it's very isolated within the Sag female, because she's taking it all upon herself, okay, and not going towards the partner. So that's that line, very deep. Now, the Lenormand card is the next line here. I use that to kind of break up the energy in between the love and sex parts of the reading. So the first card I get here, which is interesting, is the lilies. And the lilies are about peace and calm, and they can also symbolize sexuality, but I don't feel that so much. I feel like there's a sense of peace and calm here that wants to I feel like the Sagittarius female is not peaceful or calm. Mentally, she's not calm. She's freaking out about things that are getting flung way out of proportion. Now, the 30 is about trying to gain the peace to calm that down. And I feel like that's what she needs to move forward in a smart way, okay? Next card I get is 34, the Fish. So the Fish is about finances, work, goals like that. I feel like maybe she gets her peace at work. When she's at work, she can kind of calm down and chill out a little bit. It's also about financial independence. So there's a sense here that the Sagittarius female in this relationship is financially independent herself, and that in itself gains her peace, right? It makes her feel good about things. That's one area that doesn't need to be tweaked. Now, the next card is 18. Now, this is loyalty. Now, this may be where we're getting flung here, okay? So we're having the peace and serenity and all of the innocence that we want. The work is coming up here, showing that that's highly aspected here. And then we get 18, which talks about loyalties, is plunk right there. Where do our loyalties lie? I feel like this actually has more to do with work than in a personal area, but nonetheless, our financial independence has something to do with, there may be some loyalties here that we have to look at. Okay. And okay. And the next card is 42, which is directions. And I feel like that's what it is maybe in a work area here, even though we're feeling peaceful and it creates peace for us from our personal life in the relationship, going outward and working, there's a loyalty issue here in regards to work and what direction we're going to take with that. There's a sense here of either working with someone or situations in that way that garner money for you. There's questionable loyalty in this area. Okay, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at who's loyal and who's not, and what we can do within that to make it better and more peaceful. I'm going, is this peace and calm? Is this the opposite? They're going, no, we do gain peace from our work, but we are also questioning the loyalty of others around us. And is that going to lead us where we have to take a different direction here? That's really what's going on. So highly fused in the mind with a lot of stuff here, work and personal life. Okay. So that's the bridge between. So as we get into the love zone here, forgive me for coughing. I just frogs in my throat. Okay. We get the 8 of Cups on the romance side. And I'm learning this card usually means celebrating, partying, going out a lot, socializing, being amongst friends, and having a good time. Not like kicking up your heels and, hardcore, but just being amongst people and friends and, being happy and communicative and going out and doing stuff. So that's all about that. And the next card is the 10 of Swords. So this is about a secret admirer. So you may have one coming at you in that way, someone who is secretly admiring you, or you are secretly admiring someone outward. To me, there's not much point in this card because a lot of times this never reveals itself, but nonetheless, I feel like it could be actually the Sagittarius female coming to a point where they're overlooking someone that they have fond feelings for, but not really wanting to go outward in that. It could be because we're married, showing appreciation overly. I don't know if it's anything more than that. The next card we get is the Ace of Coins. The Ace of Coins is about money, right? Earning it. And when it's in the romance area, it's like, this is our first priority. We are putting money above all else. And you know what they're saying about the secret admirer card? They're going, what if that were the partner? And I said, is it the partner? And they said, well, what if? It's almost like we want our partner to know we care, but we're not bold enough to show it in public or show off or that kind of thing. Maybe when we're celebrating, we kind of keep that on the down low. I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Okay. But nonetheless, the Ace of the Ace of Pentacles is really about putting work above all else. Even though there's a sense here, we go out and socialize, and there's a sense here of admiring the partner in certain ways, and that may go back and forth. Okay. I feel like it is within the relationship, which is interesting. It's like my husband's a secret admirer. Like, how does that work? But that's the sense I'm getting here. It's almost like maybe the partner is admiring us to a degree, but we're not accepting of that in some way. That could be. Not fully embracing that energy of admiration outward, okay? This is the sense I'm getting. So, yeah, something to do with that in a way. Okay, and then the money, right? The money being the paramount. And that's what I'm picking up here as well. Sagittarius female is really focused on the money and making that forward. The next card I get on the romance is the Nine of Cups. Now, in this deck, it's kind of goofy. We have a situation. If you look at the woman, she's really not happy. This man's all happy and everything's going great and wonderful. But the woman's like just kind of missing a few things. Okay. Things are not going right. So it's almost like one person in this relationship is really happy and the other person is not. But there's an unawareness of that person that is not happy. There's a lack of knowing what's wrong, what's going on, Now, if I were to take just from these cards, basically, I'm getting a sense that we do socialize, but we're very on the down low with our social, how do you say, affections outward to our partner. They're being kept to ourselves in secret. That's kind of a secret admirer. How would you say? When we're out in public, we're really conservative with our affections toward our partner. And not only that, when we're dealing with our daily life, our work comes first, and that is there's kind of showing me a wedge here. It's creating a wedge in the relationship. And this is the one. I feel like it's not the Sagittarius female. I feel it's the partner that is feeling like their wishes are not fulfilled here because there's something wrong. The partner is either going out and just we're not a priority is the sense I'm getting. The partner's not a priority. Even though we go out and we mingle, there's something missing, okay, on a romantical kind of way. There's something missing there. Now, as we move into the sex side, yeah, we get the wheel. This makes sense. The wheel is about changes in the physical arena of the relationship. They're in different modes of undress. All of these things create cycles within the relationship, of ups and downs, right? So we have a situation where we're, great, wonderful, and everything's happening. And then there's stalling, and then there's like, I don't want. And so there's a cycle here that is flipping in this relationship. We're having either a stalling out or a not quite wanting it anymore or an indulging. And I'll tell you from the rest of the cards, not indulging here. We're either slowing down or pausing altogether. There's a certain aspect here in the love or the sexual side that's just not, it's flipping gears, okay? Next card I get is the High Priestess. I gotta sit with this for a minute. Yeah, they're going, that's the knowledge this woman gains, or not even gains, that's something she has to get. She has the knowledge as to why this is, but again, from the earlier cards here, recognizing that there's an ability to not talk to the partner, or a lack of ability to talk to the partner, not communicating it, but we know in ourselves, we have the field to know what's matter here, but we're not coming forward. And the High Priestess, yeah, she's very secretive. She's keeping it to herself, this knowledge. Again, that's kind of the second card that hints at that. Not going outward with the knowledge that we kind of know what's wrong here, but we're not. And it's shutting down the sexual side, but we're still not coming forward to talk. Now, the next card is the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is about new frontiers in the bedroom, okay? Usually I kind of see this as the experimenter's card or the boredom card, where we want a little more excitement. Now we're talking about one stab in the heart here. So maybe we're going through a cycle here where we're either bored in the bedroom, or we want something different in the bedroom, or we're just wanting to step things up in the bedroom, but we're maybe afraid to talk to the partner about it for fear of rejection in that way. The next card we get is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is all about, see, technically that's the nightmare card. We have a black cat wandering through this couple's legs, symbolizing there's an energy here that's a little off. How off? Well, for one, there's a new direction that wants to come forth here by one of the partners. And that is not being talked about. The high priestess, she's kind of mum there. She's not saying a word. Um, and we're continuing with our intimacies, feeling full well that there's a lack here, but we're not sure how to broach the subject, bring it forth. So that is why it's like we're continuing in a darker energy. As we indulge in this and we don't speak, I feel like it kind of deteriorates the process. This is the wheel moving and switching because we're going forward with our partner and we are unsatisfied, not communicating that, but nonetheless going through cycle. And as that continues, where we're not satisfied, not communicating, that becomes more of a gray area here that is going to turn to dark. Um, yeah. So that is the reading. So there's a sense here that we want a little more variety. Not variety, I wouldn't say variety, but something different. We're kind of mundane in the bedroom, wanting to spruce it up, but not knowing how to talk to the partner, bring it up to the partner, even if the partner will accept it, or even if we know what we truly want. We're just feeling a lack here. We don't know how to fill it. So, and that was highly what I felt in the beginning. Is there something here I'm missing, but I don't know what it is. Okay. It's just kind of maybe that itch that you get in the relationship, but just getting stale a little bit, or not even stale. I just think there's something missing. It's like a piece is missing here. So that is the energies from left to right. I'm going to go up to down here and we'll break it apart and see what else comes forth. Because I feel like there's, yeah, there's more here that's going to come out. Okay. So the first card we got was the moon. So the moon is about those illusions, those things that go on mysteriously and we can't figure it out, not like forever, but it's almost like it will be illuminated. But now that we're looking so intently and trying to figure it out, we can't figure it out because it's just part of the process, I guess, of figuring out things within the relationship. Then we have the Eight of Swords. So we have some illusions here going on and some drama created. And I feel like a lot of that is internal for the Sag female. She's really stressing out internally, freaking out internally, trying to figure this out. Very cool and calm and collected on the outside, but not able to figure out what's going on. There's something missing in the relationship. She doesn't know what it is. She's trying to put her finger on it, and she can't. So the next card is 30. So is that the problem? We have no peace, or are we looking for peace? I feel like the peace and serenity is what she wants in her mind. I feel like she's really very much taking the burden of all of this stuff within herself. It's just a process she's going through, trying to figure it out frantically, and that fiery energy that she has. But nonetheless, the flowers are here to symbolize, you just need to calm down and cool our jets a bit and relax. And we might get a little further than the pushing of the energy, because I feel like this woman really is pushing within her own mind to figure it out. Very aggressive in the way that she's going through her mind, trying to figure all these things out. So the lily's kind of in the middle of the whole thing, going, let's just, relax a little bit and take a little of that stress and aggression, pull it back. And then on the romance side, we get the Eight of Cups, which is, I gotta watch my words. Basically, we're able to socialize through all of this, even though we're trying to figure things out. We're still getting together with friends and doing the thing, and maybe even within the couple, as a couple, going out and doing these things to kind of distract. But I feel her very aggressively hanging on to it even during this time. But again, not talking outward to even to the friends. We're not talking about it. And then the next card we get is the wheel. And because of all of this energy of not talking forward, things are changing subconsciously. We feel like we're putting on a good front here. We got it all case, but subconsciously there's stuff shutting down here on a physical level. We're not wanting to unite with the partner as much. We're not as peaceful as we normally could be or have the ability to be because all of this is running around with such an aggressive way in our mind. Okay, our mindset is a little off, so that's changing the fate of the physical side of things. Okay, so that's the first roll. So the second roll, we get into the King of Pentacles, and I felt like this was something she was looking to discover. And as I move forward here, it's like, what is going on? What am I missing? What isn't working in this relationship? Why do I feel so off? That's really the sense I'm getting. And something's wrong here, and I don't know what it is. Well, I want to find out. And that's that energy of we're going to find out. The next card is the Hermit. How are we going to find out? Well, we're going to go inside and search our soul, first of all, and we're going to drama everything up in there. And I feel like that may even be a process that she just has to go through, is to go left wing and then right wing and then settle on something in the middle. The Hermit's going to help her do that. She's going to be kind of cantankerous on the outside to the partner while she does this, but it's just so that she just to get away. I just need to think kind of thing. And when you're in the same house and you're doing the same things, it's and you got a lot going on in the mind, sparks go outward, right? And that's that fire energy being thrown. But unconsciously, again, she's not being aware fully and completely. They're going, oh, she's aware, but not fully and completely taking responsibility for how she's treating the partner because of all the stuff going around in her head. Okay, so next, 34 is the Fish, and we're talking about the independence that this woman has within the relationship. She may even have a partner that is absolutely the same. So in that way, we're feeling strong and sturdy, and our financial area here is also a good distraction, or a way that we find relief to a certain degree. And then the next card we get is the Ten of Swords. Now this one, okay, so this is another angle. We could have someone at work that is admiring us from afar, because I got a sense of that outside, but then it was like inside the relationship, I feel like her partner is admiring her, but kind of seeing the distance here, even though, because she's mentally so full that she doesn't have room to process the partner's feelings at this point. So she is, to a certain degree, avoiding, not highly, but just part of her nature to deal with things in this way aggressively, and it's isolating the partner. And we're focusing on work again. Somebody outside here is either looking fondly upon us, or we are of them. And again, that was the energy. I felt like the partner is like, it's almost like the partner, I get a feeling from the partner, he's waiting for his signal to come in and take back over, to everything get back to normal, right? For him, it's just kind of like, okay, I'm waiting, but she's just not kind of snapping out of it, is the sense I'm getting. Okay. So on the love side here, we have the High Priestess, and that's about the knowledge that she's got here. There's something chewing at her from an angle here of not being pleased, and we got to deal with that, but she can't even fine-tune it herself. She doesn't even know, she can't hone in on it herself. So until she does, she's not willing to come forth to her partner. And I feel like this is the discovery. She is going to discover it, but she's going to have to go through left and right wings here in order to see clearly. And also she's going to have to dip into the relaxation zone. Those flowers are going to have to come forth to give her the peace to let that guided, what's the word? The guided knowledge come in, right? Because it's there. It's just, we're really so busied with everything contradicting that it's getting lost in the mix. Okay. So that's the second line. Very busy. Okay, so the third one here, the stalemate. So the indecision is, I feel, very much related to the partner, and we cannot come forth to the partner because we don't know what we're talking about yet, or what what we want, and that's the indecision is we don't know what we need to demand. So why will we come forth? We won't. And then the Four of Wands is about the stability of the relationship. We have to make a decision here about the stability of the relationship, but we just don't know where we stand within that at this point. And then the 18 is about the loyalty. Are we questioning our partner's loyalty? Is that a problem? Or are we questioning our loyalty within the relationship, the ability to stay loyal? These are things that may come up, okay? So there's a foundation here that may be rocked. Now, the next card I get on the romance side is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is about how we earn our money, and that is paramount. There is no romance here going to the stability of this relationship at this time. Our loyalties are lying with the money, and that is what we are putting our energy forth to, and the partner feels that, but it's starting to become tiresome, okay? That we are getting pushed aside all the time for everyone else's needs, but not mine. And then the Ace of Swords, which is a new direction in the bedroom. Now, do we want to do this with our partner, or do we want to do this with someone else? That's the thing. There's a new direction here that needs to be breached, but again, not knowing whether we figure that out or not. It's kind of a mystery. I don't feel yeah, I'm just going to stick with my thought of, there's some stuff here in the bedroom that's lacking, and we got to look deeper into it. Got to commit some time to working that out. But again, right, she's not feeling the direction, so she's not going to come outward with it. Then we end on the Seven of Pentacles here, and that's about working. She's working hard to figure out what it is that she needs. She's worked hard through the relationship. She's put a lot of effort into that, and she's trying to see if what she wants can be attained within the relationship, or does it have to go? And this is really what she's waiting on answers to, or to figure out, or whatever. Okay. Next card, Six of Cups. And that's, interesting, because that's looking to the future for progress, and this is the past for beautiful things in the past. Look at those flowers showing up. The peace and the harmony was all there. Where did it go? Right? The next card is the direction. So really, I feel like this relationship is on the, how do you say? It's kind of make or break time. Like I feel like this is a solid relationship, but I feel like there's a high degree that somebody here is not happy, and we're really looking to figure out if we should stay or we should go. And these are the memories of the past, and this is looking towards the future for something to bear fruit. Is it going to be a partner or a new partner? And then the 42 is about the direction. Where are we going to go, literally? Then the Nine of Cups, really, those are about wishes and hopes and dreams fulfilled. But somebody here is not, period. There's someone here is not happy. If it's not you, then it's your partner. So we need to deal with that, confront that head on, and open that wide open. Then the Nine of Swords is just symbolizing, until we do that, the sex side is a little gray. We're just not, it's not the abundance that we want on the physical side of things, because there's a lot of things, not a lot, there's just that itch, and we're just not dealing with it, right? And there's a sense here of someone not being happy and not coming forth, or not feeling like we can talk about it's not the right time, da 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 da. But the thing is, we're going to end up splitting the relationship if we don't deal within it. So yeah, kind of an unconscious putting off. I mean, it's conscious as well, but it's unconsciously, it keeps getting put off, because we're busying ourselves up in different areas. So The Nine of Swords is really ominous that the future here doesn't bode well on a physical side, and then it's kind of all downhill from there. So we got to figure out who's not happy and why. And I feel like the Sagittarian female is working on that, just not coming up with any answers. Though I feel in time she will. Okay, it's just the peace and quiet. She needs to get into a zone of being in peace and quiet in order to feel sturdy coming forward and saying, this is it. This is the problem, going to the partner. She just wants to be 100% sure going forward, and that's what she's waiting on. So I'm going to review these cards here. I don't know where I started. So the High Priestess is about that. Internally, there is a high degree that this woman does know what's wrong or is honing in on it, okay, or has the ability to hone in on it in the future. And then the 10 symbolizing a secret admirer, in which there's many ways that can go for many different people. But nonetheless, I feel highly from the partner. It's like I feel like a secret admirer because I can't get close enough to her. Okay. So the 34 is the fish and the finances, the independence within that. That's rock steady. Then the Hermit is about her going inside, really dealing with these issues, but to a degree where everything's getting exploded and dramarized up to a degree that they're exploding, right? And the King of Pentacles is that discovery that we need to make. And I feel it's in the future, like January, February, before we feel the feelings of being 100% sure that this is what it is and this is what I need to do. That'll be after the new year. But there will be discovery and light will be shed on that nonetheless. And the next card I got, the wheel again. You know, fate is changing in the bedroom here because of all the feelings that are going on internally. We're not expressing externally. And the 8 of Cups is symbolizing that we still have friends, friendship circles, and we may be just doing finding great and wonderful in those. But there's a sense that we need, it is giving us a sense of peace, but we also need peace from our thoughts because there's a lot of illusions that we're playing with and not quite getting all the facts. And then the Ace of Swords is, again, something in the bedroom here that has become mundane. And also the fact that it may just be that someone is wanting more in the bedroom when the other person is just not at all wanting. Okay. And then the Ace of Coins is symbolizing, we have a priority highly for work, and there's a loyalty here that we are in question of in a work direction. And then 4 of Wands is sandwiched in between the work and the home. So it's basically saying, we may be questioning loyalty within the relationship itself and the stability of it as a whole. And the 2 of Swords is being unable to make a decision in that way because of it being such a dire strait. And then we end up here with the 9 of Swords, which is the shadiness in the bedroom. And I'm saying that meaning we're not all in and we don't know where we stand, and we're just kind of going through the motions in that way. And then the 9 of Cups is symbolizing someone here is not happy. We want our wishes and dreams fulfilled, but we're falling short. 42 is what's the direction we're going to take here. And then the 6 of Cups is saying, the past was good and we had good things there. Are we going to look to the past to gain knowledge forward and bring it such, or are we going to 7 of Pentacles, wait for something to happen that will make that up for us, like make that decision for us in a sense, is what I'm feeling. But very much between these 2 cards, like look at how the woman's just looking in 2 different ways. She's looking to the past, she's looking to the future, things that aren't bearing fruit yet, and things that she's got all in the, so there's a sense here of really being conflicted and needing to figure that out for the Sagittarius female in a coupled relationship, but she's burdening herself with this and not the partner. But again, it's because she doesn't feel she has all the answers, and she won't come forth until she figures that she's 100% on board with one way to go. And so a bit of a dilemma there. And and feeling a sense from the partner is passive, but still being disturbed by it. Noticing there's something wrong with my partner, they're isolating. I don't know what to do. They don't know. So they don't say anything, they don't do anything, but it is affecting them highly nonetheless. So there's an awareness there. We need to take account of our partner. There is a high awareness on that level. And that may be something that needs to be dealt with a little sooner than before they make up their mind in whatever capacity that they have there with the answers that they can give forward. So in the meantime, wow. Okay, so that was the Sagittarius female in a coupled relationship. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year again. I feel like it's a very conflicted time for the coupled relationship. It's kind of this couple's kind of in their corners, not arguing, but we're not really talking and communicating on all levels. So hopefully that eases up, or we gain some answers. And I do feel like she does at the latter in the new year. So hopefully that carries through for you in a good way, or whatever way it needs to be expressed. So for the Sagittarian female in a couple relationship, take care. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, have fun, and be kind.